Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's 17th of June, 2025, and it's 3:05 p.m. IST. Well, what's happening with the market, guys? And I know people are so much excited about the market being bullish, and everybody wants to long. It's good, actually. It's good, and I'm not into any positions. Yes, we played some scalps, made money, and right now I'm just sitting tight. The last trade was the rune trade, which I really was expecting it to play out, and unfortunately I got stopped out. It was a bit risky, as I mentioned previously as well. I was expecting it to just hold this daily levels of 1.684 and the daily EMA 200. It just lost it and just went deeper, towards the weekly support. And now that if this weekly is lost, you can expect a full retracement of this move towards 1.1. And maybe even, a new lows of 0.8 to 0.85. So practically, this was my, and I wasn't expecting bigger push on a rune. I was just simply expecting one more push up for a fifth wave. Basically, if this is 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like this. So, but yes, I also mentioned that USD dominance is at support. Also mentioned on the this 780 to 786 wave was the support, and we had 5 waves, and now we are forming a triangle, basically, guys. So if you just look at from the USD dominance perspective, the 4-hour RSI looks good. We are above RSI based MA. We are above 50, which is really nice. And also, the RSI. The volume is pretty much going down with this whole thing, which clearly indicates there is some sort of a accumulation that's happening at this point, meaning that we might form a triangle, might see one more portion on the downside, and then probably just break out and then eventually push up to 5.24%. Now the thing over here is whether USA dominance is simply just going to flip it up and it's going to run up here, or it's just go push up like this, make a deviation, and then further dump like this. So that's the question. I don't know at this moment what it's gonna do, but what I'm sure of, that it's definitely gonna retest this 5.24%, and even it goes to this order block around 5.38 to 5.4%. That will decide whether the USA dominance is going to flip or it's going to reject. This is the levels. So because that makes clear sense about the USD DOM, that this can be A, this can be B. B is a triangle. Wave 2 normally don't go for a triangle, and this might be a wave C over here. So this makes a perfect sense for a USD DOM practically, and this also aligns with my primary scenario for Ethereum, basically. So I'll just come back to those levels as well. It can even do something like this, that this is A, this is a B, this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we just simply dump back down like this. Even this is a very likelihood scenario for a USD dominance. We can even tag the 886, 786 fib, the uppermost fib levels of the resistance. That's like a biggest liquidity pool. Your 786 is your second liquidity pool, and then 886 is the final levels where bulls and bears will fight. There's going to be a tough fight. So this is the levels, like you really don't want to see USA dominance retesting those levels at this point. But in case if it goes, then it's going to be a very intense fight, because the USA dominance is literally going to be above 5.24. It's going to be above H4 order block. It's also going to be above this daily order block that you have around these levels of 5.5, meaning that people are literally going to turn very, very, very bearish on the market and bullish on USA DOM. So it's going to be like another levels where people are going to scream that we are going to 60k, 50k, and so on. But that's going to be that might be possibility that this might be another fake out. We just go up here, reject, a random rejection happens, and then accumulation. We go for 786, 886, and then we started dumping down like this again. Once we finish this thing, we can just run up. So it's going to be like a very good flag sort of structure. This is wave 1, or it's a some sort of a W. This is wave 2 or some sort of a X, and then you're gonna go for a breakout, which is going to lead it to a Y wave towards 8.2%. Complete bear market in 2026. I can give you a writing, honestly speaking, that September onwards this year, we're just gonna see a massive dump in the market, and especially next year is going to be very big massive dump. That's gonna happen. So you need to plan if you're an investor, I think you should literally look for take profits. You should plan your exits properly, and don't just overexpose yourself. Just thinking that this can do 10x 20x, just don't think that this can do something, because this thought process would have worked for you in 2018. This could have even worked for you in 2020. Back then we just had a very few altcoins, and the projects were pumping because of their the team and the use case. And now the things are random. I mean, the meme coins have literally took on the whole market. So basically things pump because it's like pump fun can generate more than 20,000 tokens so far. So just imagine, probably next year you'll see more than 50,000 tokens, and you don't know, I mean, what's going to happen. So the liquidity is everywhere, every place. I mean, it's just going to be like yeah, the connection is successful. So basically, the DeFi and the DeFi can really have its own bull run, but we need to have a little bit patience. It's at very difficult levels at this point. So right now, your focus should be on USD Dom. My focus is right now that USD dominance is definitely going to form this triangle, and once this triangle is formed, what you can see or expect clearly that USD dominance is going to break out. And the breakout is going to lead USD dominance towards 5.25, this green box that we have around 5.38 to 5.4%. Now, if this green box is flipped, or 5.24% is flipped, you can expect push up to 786 to 886. If we push up to 786, 886, that perfectly aligns with my Ethereum scenario for a double bottom scenario for ETH. So that's what we will go later on once we discuss Bitcoin, and then we go on to total crypto market cap, others, and then we'll go to ETH, and then few of the altcoins. Okay, so that's how our stream will go. Overall, guys, if you look at the horizontal time frame, the weekly time frame, and just look at the logarithmic scale, this is not at all bearish. Just look at this thing and tell me what you see. I mean, this is not at all bearish. This is so bullish. It's just accumulation happening. This is a very good accumulation that's happening at the point for USD DOM. And once that breaks out, your targets are here, 13.96 and maybe even 35.5. But I don't really think this is going to happen, because if 35.5 happen, which means that the CTM and the crypto market is going to zero, which is not going to happen. Never, basically, unless some shit happens. I mean, I don't know. But for now, I think this is going to be the realistic targets for the USD DOM for the next few years or months to come. And if you look at from the perspective of the RSI, yes, RSI is still not bullish. It's still bearish on the weekly time frame. But remember, we can even form a very good bull divergence over here. So how the bull divergence can form? Basically on the RSI, we can have one more push up on the weekly to 5.4, along with RSI pumping up to retest the RSI based MA. We reject, we dump down like this. RSI don't make lows, and the price just make its lows like this, which means that the price can make new lows. RSI don't, and that's why we form a bull divergence, and it's going to be very good, very good. But it all depends on how we tackle this green box. Either if you flip, it can just simply run up, and similarly, just look at the monthly time frame. The monthly RSI is also at support, RSI based MS support, and this can be a double top as well. Like this is a double top or rejection from 50. It all rejected once. This can be rejection twice. But if the next time this is goes up, it's not going to be a rejection, it's going to be a bull run for USD DOM, and it will just pump it up to 70-75% levels minimum. So we'll see how this plays out, because monthly is at support. So you just have to consider that, don't be bearish at the moment. We should be bearish only and only when, once we start losing RSI based MA. Similarly, look at the 3 days chart on a USD DOM. The 3 days chart also doesn't tell me any sort of a bad divergence over here. And if you look at from, the trend line, we have a very far trend line. So, but then we have a support. We have RSI based MA support. So till we are holding this support, you can expect a thrust up to 56-57% and maybe even higher. So the monthly, weekly, 3 day, majorly all the charts is saying that we can have one more push up on the USD dominance, and if that push can be rejected by the bears on the over here on the USD DOM, if that push can be rejected, we will get a massive alt season for ETH and for altcoins specifically, and that perfectly aligns with my plan for the altcoins and ETH. I'll show you after we discussed BTC. Now, if you look at from the BTC perspective, BTC, we have this option over here on the BTC. I have already been very clear about it. I know many people don't like this. Many people have already told me that, hey, this is clearly not the case with the current price action. We are going higher to 150k. But yeah, it can go actually. But if you look at from the perspective of the volume has shrink down. We made new highs with the low volume. We did not even broke the MA of the volume MA. We did not even broke out of that levels, and we formed a very massive harmonic. This is the bullish cipher. You have a bearish cipher, then you also have a bullish cipher. And also we have a weekly bearish engulfing candle. Many people roasted me last week when I posted this bearish engulfing, that they were like, we have a morning star. But now that the morning star is invalidated, I'm damn sure that you guys or many that have squashed me at that point of time have learned something, that, you need to wait for a weekly close to confirm that if these morning star candle or anything, is a valid one. You need to really wait for it. If, we would have closed green previous week, if we would have closed like around 108 or 108.9, it would have been a confirmed morning star and it would be a very bullish candle. But I was confident with the bearish engulfing candle because, we had a very similar bearish engulfing candle many times over here. You can just check it many times. This is not the bearish engulfing. This is here. So these are the bearish engulfing candles you see on the top during the price action. And normally it plays out actually, but I would say engulfing candles have a 90% probability of play out, which means that there is still 10% chance of that it might not play out. So there is still a hope basically. Now if you just look at from the perspective from this pattern, the cipher, or you can also call it as some sort of a bullish cipher, but if I inverse the chart, you can call it as a bearish cipher. But normally cipher can go till 1.414 fib or 1.618, but let's say 1.414. So it can push up till 124k, can even go till 127k, anywhere between that. But the minimum levels for the cipher is hit, which is 113, which is around 112k. So that level is already hit. So basically either we can have one more push up in this zone, and then just do some sort of a bigger top for the year, and then we started running like this, or we simply, the top is in, and we can simply look for more downside from here itself because of the engulfing candle. Go to this red box. This is exactly the red box where you really want to buy. I think I've been discussing this red box since few live streams, that this red box, once we go there, it's definitely going to give you the bounce, guys. You really don't need any technical analysis. This red box begins from 96k till 93.4k, definitely it's going to give you that bounce. Now the bounce can be 8% bounce, can be a 10% bounce, but definitely there's going to be a bounce, guys. It's going to give you that bounce. So I expect it to do something like this over here, maybe a few here and there, forming a triangle like this, and then we break down and go to these levels of 94, 96 to 93k. I'm definitely going to long it with a very tight stop loss. The stop loss would be this, fair value gap that we have till 88.6. So my stop loss would be around 87.9, and we would be targeting the weekly levels of 104.5 to maybe 107.5, because once we go down to 94k, this engulfing candle is done. It's already played out. So then anything can happen from there. Maybe we just simply run up from there to make another new all-time highs like this. It's gonna be like a double top, another double top, massive double top, and forming a range based structure like this. So this is the reason, this red box is what I'm expecting it to hit. And once we hit, engulfing candle on the weekly is done. So till we hold this red box, we are bullish. You really don't have any reasons to be bearish at the moment, and that's exactly perfectly aligned with this green box for the USD DOM, and that's the reason I expect a bounce for the BTC, and then even the overall market basically. So in case the worst case scenario would be if this red box gets lost, we just lose this levels, then nothing, khalas. There's got nothing. It's just simply going to dump down to 67k and maybe 64k. But we will see. It all depends on how this red box, it can even deviate. We can even do some bit of deviation, taking liquidity to 91k and reclaiming these levels. And once it reclaims and forming a very good triangle or any bullish structure, inverse head and shoulder or something, we will long it with a stop loss under these levels, and we will let it ride. So what might happen is that the price can be here, can stay between 94k to 112k for like maybe next few months, because we have June is almost over. It's 17th of June. Then we have July, and August is going to be red, deep red. So you only have 1 month to pump the whole market, because September you have blood moon. Another blood moon is coming on September. So basically, the previous blood moon we dumped 1 month before, the blood moon. We were having blood moon in March. However, we simply dumped in, February, 2nd of Feb. If you remember, the whole market just, dumped heavy, especially altcoins. So, we can expect a dump in August, and maybe September sideways, and October, November a push up, and December again a big massive dump happens, and then 2026 again we have 2 blood moon. So these are the only 2 years. We have 4 blood moon in 2 years. Basically, this is the only 2 years that's happening, in like past 4 to 5 decades. You won't see 4 blood moon in 2 years basically. So it's a very big thing basically. A lot of chaos is gonna happen in the market. So you just have to be very, very safe. I know people are very emotional. They trade emotionally, and they will start probably doing the best they can to shave off other people, like, hey, you were wrong, blah blah shit. Just play what you feel actually and what you're seeing in front of your screen. But if you can't play that, and if you just keep on poking fingers to others, then probably you're not a trader. You are just some sort of a commentator. You're just doing a commentary, that's all. So I would suggest each and every one of you to take these factors for the future trades you are going to plan. 2 blood moons happening. If you're an investor, plan your investments very, very carefully, especially in this market, because if you have bought BTC around these levels, the way I bought it, we bought it, and we sold around these levels. 71.5 is what we sold, if you remember last year. Then we never bought it. We were just playing some scalps here and there. So what I can tell you clearly is that if you have survived till now, and if you're holding it, I think it's definitely something you should be considering for a take profits. Just look at the risk reward you guys are playing with. So the risk is like you're taking a big risk, like 35 to 36% downside, and your upside move is very, very limited, 18 to 20% move on an upside. So your risk reward doesn't make sense to hold it unless you just want to satisfy, or you want to, say everyone that, hey, I am a holder. I have held it since long. So just think from an investment perspective, think from, making money perspective. Your reward is less versus the risk is very, very high. So from that perspective, I would really not advise the investors or, basically the swing traders or a positional traders to long here. Basically, it's not it's not the place where you open swings for longs. Honestly speaking, we can open some swings in this red box here, in this red box, and we can target here as well. We will see. But definitely this is not the levels. I would not like to play hardball on longs when we are at a premium zone. This is the premium zone and this is the discount zone. The discount zones are for buying and the premium are for selling. So this is clearly the premium zone, unless that premium zone is turned into a very strong or solid support. Okay. Talking about ETH. ETH is at support. I know. However, my plan for ETH is that this fifth wave is ideally done, or, might not be done, but most likely it is done. So we are likely going to do something like this, ABC, and dump down like this for a retest of these levels, 1900, or maybe can even go down to this, I would say the volumetric order block around 2161, and because we have a nice support around 2181 as well, so we can go and retest those levels. Just look at these support that we have, these levels, 2180, 2190. It's a very good level. So this is the first level of bounce or a level of interest that I have for longing it. We can also keep this here around 2150 as well. So overall, this is the levels where you really want to long it. This is my first level of interest. And we have almost tested the CME gap around 2891. So we already tested the CME gap. Now what can happen, basically, the worst case scenario, maybe we can go down like this to 2330 and push up one more time for 2950 or something. And then we can go down to take a bigger liquidity for like 001790. But remember, Ethereum is very, very bullish on the Hajj time frame. And the reason when I say it's very, very bullish, just see this. Now, if you really want to see the example of the morning star, look at this. This is the perfect example. See this. This is the candle. Now look at this. Look at the volume. You have a nice perfect doji. You have a bearish candle. You have a doji. Bulls defended it very nicely, and now you have the bulls pumping up like 41%, closing above the previous open of the bear candle, meaning that this is the perfect candle. It's a very bullish candle. So dips are for definitely buying, and that's the reason 2150, 2180 is the first level of interest for me to buy the dips. And in case if it it will pump for sure from those levels, a minimum pump to 2450, and if it goes for a pullback to 1775, it's simply going to be the biggest opportunity, because then I expect Ethereum to push up to 3441 to 3685, just something filling this whole CME gap, meaning that either we go one more time and then we dump like this, and we just form a range basically. So this was like an automatic rally. Then you will have a very good SP, and then you have a push up for another CME gap. That's gonna be another SP on the testing a resistance. Then one more down like this, a double bottom, and then we go up like this and this time it's gonna be like breakout. It's gonna be like a breakout of the CME gap. So this is a very, very interesting pattern might form, guys, on the CMEs for Ethereum. And I really believe that Ethereum can give a very good opportunity in the few months basically. And that's the reason, I think ETH BTC is very, very bullish. It's still doing ABC. This is what it's doing. Rather, it can do irregular expanded flat, one more push up down like this, sweep the lows, and then push up to 2277. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that, we go for A, B, C. And once this ABC is over, in maybe September or August or September, we will see a massive run up till 36, 38. My bet would be that it goes up to 4400, basically. It's just test this whole, resistance that we have. It's simply going to be a massive, massive double bottom, clearly. So that's going to be my bet for ETH, BTC, basically. Because if you look at from the perspective of RSI is bullish, very much. Very, very bullish on RSI. So we might just probably have one more small push up, forming a bad divergence, and then start dumping down like this, retest this whole levels of RSI based MA, where the price also make like a double bottom, and RSI also makes like double bottom, and then we start running up again towards 69 to 80% on weekly. So this is a very good indication of ETH BTC in my view for the next few months to come. But overall, at the moment, I'm really, really optimistic on ETH BTC, honestly speaking. Lower than time frame for ETH, I think I'm just gonna wait for that sweep. I'm very, very, very optimistic. This is clearly A, B, C. So this is gonna be a 1, A, B, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm expecting it to stick this lows here. Can even take this lows as well and go to the monthly support of 2270. This is the levels where I'm looking to long, basically. Or what we can do is let it just go to 2270, 2280 and reclaim the 2320 levels. Once it reclaim here, basically these levels, we can long with the stops under this, and take profit targets are going to be here. This is going to be the take profit targets. Might form a very interesting, I would say broadening top. So you just have one more down like this, and then we can have a broadening top pattern. It's perfectly aligned as well, but it's we need a little bit more time for it to form. So we discussed everything. Now we go for the others crypto market cap. If you remember others, this was my plan. I was expecting a rejection from 260 billion and come back down to 234, and that's exactly what it did 3 days back. Basically 234 billion, and right now what I'm expecting is that the others crypto market is not gonna hold. It's a very good ABC move and a very good bear flag. That's like ABC, meaning that it's going to be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are likely going to take this lows, meaning altcoins will take a hit, guys. So you have to be very careful. And of course, you really want to be bullish on altcoins. Wait for the altcoins to flip this green box. And once it flips, then this bear case will invalidate. But then till then, this is the main primary scenario, the red one. Once the green box is flipped, you can long it for sure. DeFi, a very bullish case for DeFi, guys. Something you have to take in mind and consider it. It's a very good head and shoulder forming at the moment, but it's not complete yet. We need to go to 120 to 100, $123 billion. So one more small push up, and then maybe DeFi can go for a move down to $57 billion. I think 2026 is going to be the year where you buy DeFi. 2026 is the year where you put your money in DeFi, because if the bull run happens in 2028 or 2026, by end of the 2026, if we do happen to see the bull run, the next big bull run begins, the DeFi is going to be the top priority, because this can really, really go $1 trillion market cap, can even go for $2.8 trillion market cap, because you got a massive pump like this, and then you got an accumulation. So the next big thing is going to be $2.8 to $3 trillion market cap for DeFi. It's going to be a solid rotation of money, which is going to happen for the DeFi. Currently, it is at just $87 billion. And if you get an opportunity around 45 to 50 billion dollars, you should grab it with both your hands. Just grab it. Others crypto market cap, guys, it's a very similar plan for the others. Crypto market cap, I don't really think now this is wave 4. It's something else. I don't have the wave count for others on the 4 hours time frame, but we are likely going to form a massive triangle, and that massive triangle is a valid one. You see, that's a very, very massive triangle, meaning that this was a very good wave A. That's a wave B because we hit 786 fib, and that can be some sort of a wave C over here, wave D, wave E here, and then we can run up like this. So this can happen with the total crypto market cap for the next few months. However, a worst case scenario would be that this was your wave A. Simply that's gonna be your wave B, which is yet to form, which means that this is wave A, B, C, D, E, and then 2026, boom, we just go down like this to a total crash of the market from like $3 trillion to a minimum 1.7. I know many won't agree with me, and many will say that, hey, what kind of shit analysis you guys are doing? But trust me, I've seen a lot of hate from people when I mentioned that this is a double top and we will dump from here to 30K. People did not believe me. Even I mentioned we will go to 30K. Yes, we went till 30K, and even we went, to $15,000. So trust me when I say that, when there are signs in the market, you have to be very, very careful. It's good for you. Nothing is, if the market just think of it as like an investor or a very good trader. Just think of it as like, you don't need to prove anyone that you have caught the bottom or you have caught the top. No, it doesn't matter. What matters is how much money you have made within the whole year trading this market. Simple as that. Whether you catch the bottom, whether you catch the top, you caught the middle move, whatever. You caught the sideways, you scalped anywhere, doesn't matter. Here also, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter at the moment whether it's topping out or it's gonna go to $1 trillion or it's gonna go to $240 billion total crypto market cap. Doesn't matter. What matters is you really don't want to lose your hard-earned money just by having that mentality that, hey, I'm just gonna keep on holding, and it will just keep on pumping. You think, but 90% of the times things doesn't happen the way you think. Thing happens, the market makers are very sharp. They will do what they really want to do. They want to make money after all. They want to take money from you. So, the best way is, it's okay. If you, let's say, if you have sold everything here and the market goes down, you're happy, but still you felt that, it will go down here and you did not bought anything. It's okay. And it just have a breakout like this. So when you have a confirmation, you really buy here, it's okay. And you can play this whole move as well. Don't think of what you have missed, but think of what opportunity you have ahead. That's very important. People just forget it. You just don't have to forget of what you have missed. Forget of what's ahead of you. If you just keep on going into the past or historicals, that, hey, I have missed this, I have missed that. It doesn't work like that. It won't work. Many of you guys are doing job, or many of you guys are doing businesses, and many of you guys are students. Basically, just think, give like 10-15 minutes, spare your 10-15 minutes today. Close your eyes and just think of what you could have done better with your life in past 1 year. What mistakes you did. Just think of it. Lot of things will come in front of you. Life is going very fast and very hard. Everything is happening so quickly. Few days back, now we were already having many wars happening. Ukraine, Russia, and Gaza, and now you have Iran. God knows what happens next. Probably, even China can just attack Taiwan. I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen. Nobody wants that. We already had India Pakistan a few days back. Just imagine how life is just going on a very different thing. It's going very fast, very hard. I know, but just sit and try to analyze it. Whatever you find, things that you felt that it could have been better for you, whatever. It can be with your partners, it can be with your personal development, it can be with your financials, it can be with your business, job, performance, whatever, your spirituality, everything. Now what has done is gone. You cannot change it. But your life is, you have a lot of life ahead of you. So try to make it better, learn from it, make it better. That's all. That's exactly the principle I'm trying to tell you. This is trading, guys. Don't trade with emotions. Put your emotions aside and just trade it purely from your mind. If you miss the move, forget about it. Focus what is ahead of you. If there is an opportunity, grab it. If there's not, forget about it. Wait for the perfect time to come. That's what the good traders does actually. That's what I do basically. I might just give like 5 to 7 trades a month. Maybe sometimes the market is good, I can give 10 to 12 trades a month. It doesn't matter in 5 to 7 trades how much you make it. It doesn't matter. What is important that those 5 to 7 trades, you just make it big. You really don't want to be like making like $50, $100, $20. No, normally I don't trade that way. You just have to play with the size when you're very confident, honestly speaking. So for example, our ETH trade, I played with a good size. BTC short, I played with a good size, which I stopped out. But fortunately, I had a very good long on ETH, which negate, and overall we made like net gains of more than 3R overall. So you also have so long Aave, So then these things overall, you want to be in net gains. That's what your target and purpose should be. Moving on to gold, guys. Gold is at support. Clearly a very, very, very good support. But something tells me that what if this is a very good diagonal actually? What if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a fake out, A, B, and we go for a wave C like this, and then double bottom, and then we run up. Now this is a possibility, but right now it is a support. I'm not taking any new trades on gold. I'm already having a spots from 3150, 3130 to 3138. That's where our spots are from for gold, and we just made a very, very good money on gold. Almost it went till 9.8%, and currently it is at 8.1%. So it's good overall, but still HTF gold is bullish, very, very bullish. What we might do is, as I mentioned, this can be wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how it can go. And then again 4, 5, like this is how it can go. So this pullback can happen. You just have to be careful. Worst case, it can do one more down like this to 3040 to 2986, and then we can run up like this. Eventually gold will go towards these levels that we have. Eventually we will go around logarithmic scale. Yeah, we will go around these levels, the 786 fib, which is 4,977. This is eventually we will go there. Forget about we are going to get any pullback till 2,600. Not happening. Might get a pullback if you're lucky around 2,800. Might, I'm not sure. If you're lucky, we may. But overall, the thing is, this is the target for gold, a bare minimum target. This is the clear bull run. That's your wave 1, 2, 1, 2, and we are in the wave 3, which is not yet done. Wave 3, then you have gonna have wave 4, maybe 3,050 that time happens. 5, 5,000, 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 2034 target for gold. Just imagine, how your generation, would be when we see gold pumping another 125%. So, and once gold tops out, then the real pump will happen on the silver. I'm so bullish on silver, guys. I've already started buying silver when it was at $21.9 to $22 in 2022, 2023, I suppose. And I've been very vocal about it every damn time. I tell you, silver is just like a ticking time bomb. It's a tick, 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 tick. At any point of time, this can just have a massive push up. This is one of the biggest, cup and handle that I've seen. The first top happened in 1980. Another top happened in 2011, 2 double top. And then you went down to the golden pocket zone. And now that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 5, boom. My target for silver is anywhere. Minimum target for silver is around $246 minimum. And max it can go till $620, which is 2 Fibonacci levels. So I am going to hold silver to $245 to $300. I'm going to sold my silver there. I will sell it. For sure, I will sell it. Because there's going to be a pullback from there towards maybe $100 to $120. That's where I will rebuy. And it will just go up like this. It can even go till triple, 4 digit. It can go to $1,000, $1,100. So that's what the plan for silver, guys. If you really want to retire, if you have good money right now, you have saved it, I think silver is the good opportunity for the next 6 to 8 years. But there can be a pullback. A pullback can happen maybe one more time to $20 to $23. And then it can push up. But trust me, if you really want to buy, if it flips this 47.9, just simply buy. That's all. Simply buy. So that's all for today's stream, guys. And I think what I really want for us to play out is this triangle, basically. So what we really want to do is once we break it down, we will short because we have, weekly opens over here, but we have June opens over here. And we also have, previous weekly, a very good weekly levels in the previous month POC. So once we lose this, we will short it here with our stop loss here and our take profits, of course, around these levels. The first TP. That's what I'm going to do. For longs, I'm not interested in longs at the moment, honestly speaking. Not interested at all at the moment, unless, we are flipping 110K. Then we will think about it. But for now, I'm just simply looking for shorts. So that's all for today's stream, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Let's connect probably in the evening for some scalping session. We want to scalp it, guys. We want to take our challenge to 3 to 4K, guys. So that's what my focus would be. Thank you.